Hello people of the internet, it is your wonderful and gorgeous Mad God Sir once again from Unity. Now earlier I said I was going to be making another one showing where that is, but it turns out I actually have some missions I have to do that I don't want to do. So I thought I was going to go and debut all the non-lethal weapons, because you may have heard me talking about it from my last video, and they are awesome. I have all of them and they are all upgraded. So here's this beauty, the War Mace. I got some guards right up ahead. I'm gonna show off that I'm not terrible at games, and that non-lethal weapons just so happen to be awesome. If my guys don't keep killing them, that'd be a little helpful, but anyway, so that is the War Mace. You see, I'm really a big fan of this beauty. It's wonderful. It hits like a truck. Not to mention, it just looks awesome in general. I love walking up on just one little guy sitting here all alone, just beating the snot right out of him. I would say something else, but you know. Anyway, so next we find ourselves. We find ourselves with a long weapon. Now, this thing is a beast too. The ceremonial long mace. Whew. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. You would not want to get hit anywhere with that. Especially anything lower than the belt. Alright, now we're gonna go find some combat for this beast. With this beauty out. Oh, we got someone. Now I noticed that with the ceremonial long mace, you don't hit them quite as much as you do with the other weapons, like strike them as much. And I think that's because those spikes, it would become it wouldn't be much of a non-lethal weapon if you just stabbed them to death brutally. Why not just use a different weapon anyway then? I keep going into equipment. I don't know why, I always have this habit. Next we find ourselves with the rifle. Now at first I was like, non-lethal rifle, you mean it's like a knockout beanbag gun? No, it's not. I don't know, your pick, you think that's sad or not. See, the rifle itself is very lethal, but it's when you're forced to use it as a close combat weapon that it is considered a non-lethal weapon. And it hits like a truck as well. Can't touch this. You missed, haha. Boom. Boom. Oh! Now see, some of these strikes that you dish out, I don't know if that is technically non-lethal. Pretty sure a lot of these hits would kill you. Pretty much straight up. Now, in case you didn't notice, I skipped over heavy. Because this thing is my crowning jewel. The heavy War Mace. You want to talk about brutality. This has absolutely everything to offer in brutality. This beast of a weapon leaves it should not be non-lethal. This thing hits them so hard and so fast, you could not live through its strikes. Or maybe you could, but you wouldn't have much of a face left. Look at that crap. He just clubbed him over the skull. That is dead. That is dead. Well, same strike twice. It's a little boring. Boom! See, you hit somebody like that with a mace. These things were originally meant together. We're going to get rid of these two first, so we don't have too much of a fight to handle. Now, I also use the legendary medieval gear because it gives the most amount of health. And, whoops. And I'm not much for a real sneaky kind of assassin. I consider myself, enforcer. I charge into combat and I am the heavy of the group. And he is going to be causing a lot of problems for me, so we're just going to take him out quick. I use the gold-plated pistol. I would use the duck foot, but, you know, I find that if I need to kill snipers, like right here, it's nice to have it. Good news about the legendary medieval set is that you get a ton of health, and you also get 15 health potions, or medicine, whatever you want to call them, which basically mean you can last out for hours in combat while getting shot. And it's really hard to dodge bullets, I've found. Whereas parrying is not as hard. Obviously, it's an Assassin's Creed game. Parrying is the way you win any fight. But also, I like their new combat system. At first, it bothered me because you weren't as powerful as before. But then I realized, you know, it just adds a bit of a challenge. Because before you had the counter kill, which would just defeat them instantly. Look at that crap. You would not live from that. Not to mention, he should roll off that roof and just die. Don't want to go too near this area. I'm actually on mission right now, and that's the reason I'm not going to be making that other video. I don't want to have to go through the mission just to go on show you the area, so you should be able to just look it up, because I'm sure somebody else has done it before. It's the perfect spot. Right outside Cafe de Thieta. If you follow around the right side of the road, you'll find a little drop-off with 2 guards guarding in a cave. You kill one, and then you have this guy in a nice little cave. Sometimes there's 3, but 3 guards really isn't too powerful. Especially not a later game when you have legendary gear and other things like that. Kill him real quick. So yeah, I've been on this thing for a while. I love this mace. I always get finishers with it just because it is so beast. Whoops. He got a lucky hit in there. You are so dead if you get hit with that. That is not non-lethal. So yeah, and also because I like to brag and I like to show off, I just happen to have the Sword of Eden fully maxed out. I just so happen to have the Pike Hammer, legendary, fully maxed out. The Heavy Falcon, legendary, heavy maxed out. The Gold-plated Pistol, legendary, maxed out. This is what I don't have. I don't have this thing. I think it looks awesome. I would love to give it a try, but I don't really feel like grinding. The silver-plated muzzle, maxed out, of course. It's all maxed out. Except for I haven't done much of the Dead Kings. I need to go and get every artifact in the new area they give you in order to get the Eagle. And then I need to max that out too. So yeah, I'm pretty much pimping. I also got all my medieval gear maxed out. And I am working on getting all my Sans uniform out, so I have some stealth when I need stealth. But honestly, most of the time, like I said, I'm the bruiser. I'm the enforcer. I walk up. So like in Heist, for example. Well, actually not in Heist, because I don't get caught in Heist. You're not supposed to. But I do anyway, because I'm a bruiser anyway. So I will go and I'll run into the castle and I'll get like 2 or 3 guys, and then I'll run out. So they all follow me, and then I'll beat them all up in the middle of the street. Whereas my team all sneaks in during this distraction, and they get all the artwork, and then we get out real quick. I'm talking about the It Belongs in a Museum mission. I might do at some point, but that's grinding, and I'm not so up for grinding right now. Now, besides this, I have to say that my next favorite weapon out of everything has got to be... Nope. Has got to be... the Pike Hammer. This thing is awesome, okay? It makes me feel like a Shaolin monk, you know? He does over-the-shoulder attacks, he does all this madness. Or he just straight up stabs them. But anyway, it just makes me feel awesome about it. This thing is a beauty too. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you later.